Testing.
You good? Yeah. All right. All right. Whenever you guys are ready.
Have y'all gotten a chance to look at A&M's defense yet?
No, we haven't. Early in the year, you kind of go through like a quick demo on everybody. But, we're still looking at Arkansas. We're going to go in at 1:30 and, review good, bad, and ugly and look at all the other little game tape from Arkansas. Then we're going to get ready for Texas A&M after practice.
Do you feel like last year's game against Texas A&M has anything that you can take from that game to this year's game on that defense?
Last year's last year, this year's this year. You just have to go and focus on the game plan at hand and, focus on the players that they have this year. Last year was a great win, obviously. So it's just, like I said, just going on and focus on the game plan this year and, and going out there and playing the game this year.
I know Nick Saban has said he wants you to kind of not go for the home run every time, and a 3 or 4 yard carry isn't necessarily a bad thing. What's your take on his thoughts on that? Is that something that you kind of been working on over the last few weeks?
Oh yeah, of course. Everybody wants to get the home run. Everybody, has the will to go out there and, really do well on Saturday. But it's, the will to prepare to win is what's most important. So that's something I've taken to heart the last couple of weeks. Sometimes you kind of get away from that through duration of a long season. The everyday things kind of become a bore, so you just kind of like have to refocus and, make sure you do everything one step at a time to, get the greater goal at hand.
So basically, is it fair to say as a running back you kind of have to have a defined approach game to game?
Yeah, pretty much, honestly. That's what individual like that wants to be successful in anything that you want to do. It's always about, the one-step process, two-step process to get to the greater goal at hand, near the end of the year, which is a championship. Obviously, we want to be a championship team, so we have to be consistent.
I know you go into every single game wanting explosive plays. When you go against an offense like Texas A&M, is that even stressed even more? They know they have explosive plays. We have to do it too.
Yeah, but not necessarily because, our defense is going to go in with a game plan to, try to stop their explosive plays, obviously. But we have to go from an offensive standpoint, just try to maintain, the possession, so our defense can have rest because they're a fast tempo team, and also, obviously not turn the ball over and give, their offense a short field because then obviously, with a powerful offense like they can create, turnovers off of a short field and put our defense in a real bad bind. So it's about really just maintaining possession of the ball and just executing the game plan.
Is this team in a good place right now, especially because of the way you beat Georgia? You won the last 2 games in really completely different fashions. Mm-hmm. You blew Georgia out of the water, and then you have this game against Arkansas where it was tight for a little while. Having back-to-back wins like that within the league and in 2 different ways, does that help propel a team, and do you feel like the team's in a good place?
Yeah, honestly, we'll take a W any way we can, especially in SEC play. Of course, every game we want to go out there and have the perfect game, but that's, almost unrealistic. Another team's always going to game plan against us, and they're going to have a good game plan to, try to stop anything that we do well too. So it's about going out there and, having a lot more good than bad go wrong, and we tend to do that more often than not. So as long as we continue that trend, we feel like we can continue to have a successful season.
What kind of an atmosphere is it like there in College Station?
It's very electric, and we haven't obviously been there since they've made the new renovations. But the last time I went there, it was very, very hard to hear, and that was before, like I said, they added the few thousand seats that they added. So I'm looking forward to going there this year.
Do you have an extra edge on the road? Does that kind of give maybe you an edge, the team an edge?
Yeah, of course. I feel like if you're a competitor, it's always you love playing at home and you love playing in front of your fans, but there's nothing better than going away to a stadium and quieting their fans. When they're loud. And by the end of the game, they're all twiggling out the stadium because you had a good win.
Let's do 2 more questions.
You guys are used to playing in front of big crowds, loud stadiums at home. Is it different when you're going on the road with a loud crowd on the road?
No, I feel like it's the same atmosphere. We feel like being Alabama, we always get a team's very best, and fans expect the same thing. So we feel like we're gonna attract a lot of fans, especially a lot of opposition for a lot of people to come out there and make a lot of noise. So, it's something we game plan throughout the week with crowd noise and practice. And we go out there, as long as we execute the game plan, the crowd knows it shouldn't even really be a factor as long as we're on the same page as an offense.
We spent so much time in the preseason talking about Jay Coker and the quarterbacks. Everybody said they had confidence in him the entire time, but after seeing what he's done through this point in the year, has that confidence grown, and what specifically have you seen in him that stood out in his progression?
Yeah, of course. I mean, his success on the field has also, just built upon, the success as a team, and we just try to rally around him. We all make different mistakes. Somebody may fumble, so his interceptions that he's thrown, we also just try to rally around him and, make sure, we keep everybody on the same page because, nobody's going to play a perfect game. So as long as we all come together as a team, and especially in situations where, a play may break down, we didn't know that he could, run as well as he does now. So his scrambling ability also gives our team, our offense, a whole nother edge. So like I said, we just try to rally around everybody on the team as an offense and as a defense and come together, and make sure, at the end of the game, we're all, successful. And, that's the main objective.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Good.
Is that one of the best games you've played the other night?
It don't feel like it, but at the end results, everybody talk about I played a good game, and from the production sheet, I did a good job. So I guess I did an all right job.
You said it doesn't feel like it. Is that just being in the mindset of the game?
Yeah, it's that too, and that's just the type of person I am. I'm my biggest critic, so I'm always trying to get better and trying to find ways to keep getting better each week to help my team out. So
what did you do wrong?
One play I missed a tackle, and a couple other plays I didn't drop in coverage right. So I got to work on that and help my team out better. So
there's never a time when you're in a game and you say, all right, I'm locked in. There's never a game like that where you I don't say you feel different, but you know that you're
some games I can just tell I'm locked in by I don't say much unless I'm calling out the plays, but I'm just out there zoned in. I don't worry about what's going on between the crowds and all that stuff. I'm just locked in, zoned in, just playing, and tunnel vision really. You just really focused in on one thing.
So you had that the other night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell us about Texas A&M's offense. Just I know you guys haven't had a chance to watch film on it yet, but what do you think of them? From reputation, I guess.
Very quick, fast-paced team. They love to get the ball to their playmakers. They get the ball out in space, and they're at the ball out anytime. And if you don't contain that, they can beat you pretty bad and score quick on you. So it's all about running to the ball and trying to get the ball off of them, and just guys doing their job this weekend, dropping in coverage and covering the mans to the best of their ability, and getting past deflections, knocking the ball down, and making tackles. So it's all about us just getting to the ball and just doing our jobs, really.
If memory serves, you got a little banged up during the game. Is everything all right with that?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Just a little stinger. Nothing too major.
Kenyon was kind of saying, he reiterated the fact, being Alabama, you're going to get everybody's best shot. Is that intensified even more, knowing as a competitor what you guys did to them last year? They're going to be coming out probably with that in the back of their minds.
Oh yeah, I would too if I was them, because it's going to be a very tough physical game, a tough game, and they're at home, and the crowd's going to be really into it about what happened last year. So we got to come out and play hard, and we can't worry about what happened last year really, because this is a new year. Because they got a new team, we got a new team, and it's all about playing hard and getting to the ball and doing our jobs and trying to stop them from scoring on defense.
Is it fair to say this team's in a good place right now, especially when you consider the way you've won the last two? I mean, you blew Georgia away, and then in this game you struggled a little bit, at least, and then you were able to pull away at the end. Does that make the team, in your mind, in a good place right now after winning two conference games in completely different ways?
Still a long season to go, and we still got to keep getting better. We got two clutch wins the past couple weeks, but we still got to keep getting better in certain areas on our team. And and like I said, we got a long season, and we can't worry about the past two games. They're going now, so we got to get better this week and focus on Texas A&M.
All right, two more. You saw Ole Miss runs kind of that similar style offense. Do you see similarities between Texas A&M and Ole Miss, and having seen it already this year, does that help you guys for this week?
Oh yeah, Texas A&M, just like Ole Miss had a good quarterback, just like Ole Miss and Texas A&M, they got a good core receiving group. So we got to do our jobs and try to stop them. Point blank simple. That's the objective to the game. Stop them from scoring, especially on defense. If they can't score, they can't win. So that's our mindset, is trying to keep them from scoring.
Like you mentioned, I mean, you have a long way to go, but looking back for a second, how happy are you that you decided to stick around and stay?
Oh, I'm very happy that I'm still around my brothers, guys I came in with like Denzel Duval, Cyrus Jones, Kenyon Drake, Brandon Green. I'm just happy I'm still around them guys, and I'm still learning from them guys about certain things too, and they teaching me things, I'm teaching them things. I'm happy I'm still around, and especially around some of the new freshmen that we got, like Ronnie Harrison, Mika Fitzpatrick, Michael Brown, all them type of guys, and just getting to know them and just how they are as people. I'm just very thankful that I'm back and I'm playing with a bunch of great guys that love playing the game and love being around each other.
How do you feel like you guys did against Arkansas's defensive front?
I mean, they're a big physical front, and they threw a lot at us as far as movement-wise. And, you know, we just kept trying to do our jobs and adjust. You know, they did a good job against us and kept us guessing, so they did a good job.
What can you take from facing a big physical front like that to go in against a team that might be a little bit quicker on the edges or up the middle?
I mean, Arkansas did a lot of movement too, as big as they were. So I think that helped us, you know, going forward, is just as far as seeing guys that aren't going to just stay in one spot. And so, you know, each game's going to be different, and being in the SEC, every, you know, front seven's going to be tough. So I just think getting another game under our belt will help us.
Going off of that, do you feel like the team's in a good place right now, considering the way you won the last two? I mean, you blew Georgia out of the water, and then this game kind of struggled for a little bit. We're able to still get the win, though. Does that kind of help you guys going forward and put you guys in a good place, knowing you won the last two games, tough games, in two completely different ways?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it, you know, would hurt. I mean, you know, we could have played better in the Arkansas game, but just going forward, I just think we need to prepare, you know, this week, every day, and just get ready for Texas A&M. So.
Nick Saban talked about Kenyon Drake last week and said that he doesn't have to go for the home run all the time. 3 or 4 yard carry is still pretty good. We asked him about his approach as a running back. I want to ask you, what do you kind of have to have a similar approach as well as a unit when it comes to making big plays like that?
Yeah, I mean, we just, you know, we use the phrase "keep chopping wood," and we just say, you know, we're not going to, you know, have a touchdown every play. We just got to keep doing our job, and you know, sooner or later, we'll, you know, get what we want. So that's kind of our philosophy: is just keep doing our job every play, execute, and you know, things will pay off.
Is there any temptation, I guess, I don't know if temptation is the right word, but you guys feeling you need to match explosive plays when you see Texas A&M in front of you? Like, you see that they're going to have a lot of explosive plays. You have to almost hold yourself back and say, we don't have to match them for every explosive play that they have.
Yeah, I mean, we just, you know, need to do our job as an offensive front, and just, you know, try not to get 3 and outs and put our defense in a tough spot. Just do our job, you know, and just be productive as an offense. You know, I'd say that's the biggest thing. So.
All right, one more.
I mean, it's kind of a shot in the dark, but did you see anything that happened on that camera opposite play? Were you anywhere near that?
I was on the field, but I didn't see what happened, or I really don't know much about it, to be honest.
You didn't talk to Cam about it at all?
No, I really didn't. I don't know.
All right, thanks. You guys on the defensive line have seemed this year to get your hands up more when passes are coming through y'all's way. Is that a change of philosophy? Is that something you guys have discussed as a unit to try and knock down more passes to the offensive line?
Yeah, it's been as a unit and as a whole defense, just to affect the quarterback more, period, in every way we can. So, you know, if we can't get your next thing, is get your hands up. You know, just come back to common football.
Do you feel like this team's in a good place right now? I mean, when you consider the way that you beat Georgia and kind of blew them out of the water, and then this game against Arkansas, kind of struggled for a little bit, but still able to get the win. Does that put you guys in a good place mentally going forward, knowing that you won 2 games in completely different ways?
No, it doesn't, because, you know, we still got to get better each and every week. We got to come ready to work. You know, we did some good things, you know, in those games, but that's the past. And, you know, we have nothing set in stone on our defense, because we have plenty more games to play. You know, we got plenty of great teams that we're going to play against.
Was Reggie Ragland just locked in the other night?
Yeah, I think everybody was locked in as well.
How so?
Everybody was mentally focused, you know, ready. We prepared well all week. Everybody came in, everybody did the right type of preparation, you know, for the game on Saturday.
Everyone sort of talked about their offensive line, you know, as big as some offensive lines in the NFL. you guys feel like you did a pretty good job against them. Does that do anything but just give you guys confidence going the rest of the way?
No, it really doesn't. I mean, we're confident regardless because we pride ourselves on being dominant in the line of scrimmage and, playing physical. So as long as we do it each and every week, that's just our job and that's what we're supposed to do. So regardless of who we're playing and who we're going against, that's what type of game it's going to be.
Do you feel like there's anything from last year's game against A&M here that you can take going into this year's game?
No, this is a whole different year and a new season. We got to be ready to prepare for anything, whatever's going to happen because we never know what's going to happen. So last year happened last year. This year is a new year.
But as a competitor, I mean, you coming back from a loss like that, it probably sticks in the back of your mind. You always get everybody else's best, but they're going to be coming at full force.
Oh yeah, I mean, everybody's going to come with their best, regardless of who it is, if we're playing anybody else. And I'm pretty sure they're going to come with their best, but as long as we're doing our job and our preparation, executing, and come out there playing the game we know how to play, and then that's the difference.
What do you expect this year in College Station as far as the atmosphere? I mean, you went there 2 years ago. What do you expect with them?
Oh, I have no clue. This is my first time playing there. Yeah.
Okay, so.
But it doesn't affect me. I'm not worried about it. I mean, I'm not there for the crowd. I'm there to play football.